Hi everyone. I've been going through a few notes that I took down at GoPro last year, and a few things have hit me, and I just wanted to speak to you basically about these few things that I've stumbled across. Okay, and it's really got me thinking. Now, it's not only that. Now, recently, I've been seeing a lot of negativity towards multi-level marketing. Obviously, it's a scam. Only the person at the top earns anything, that sort of thing. There's no way that anybody at the bottom can get to the top. It's all to do with everybody. Whoever's at the top earns all the money. Everybody else just runs around for them. What is the other one? God, there's loads of negativity on it. To be honest, I could go into it, but I just wanted to explain my feelings on how these people end up thinking like this. Okay, when you're a child, you you're not born with any fears. You're not able to make a decision as to whether something's going to hurt or be a danger to you. We're taught that. We are taught that. So from a young age, we're told what we should and shouldn't be doing. We're told we need to go to school, get our degrees, go to uni, do whatever we need to do so we land that big job, to work a 9 to 5, to make sure that we've got money to pay for everything, okay? And that is the way that we are taught to do things from a very young age, okay? Literally, the only fear that you're born with is the fear of falling, and everything else is built in and conditioned in our minds. Okay, so when multi-level marketing comes along, people turn around and go, "There's no way going to work. There is no way," because we have been taught nothing but a 9 to 5 is the only way forward. Okay, so in some respects, it's it's not people's opinion due to experience. It's due to people's opinion due to them being scared. Just scared. And not knowing enough about it. Okay? So, in order for people to understand multi level marketing, it's a case of having to completely recondition your mind, okay? Recondition your mindset and learning that maybe the way that we weren't taught how to do it in society is actually the only way that we can do it. Now, don't get me wrong, multi-level marketing isn't for everyone, and I'm not going to say if somebody stands there and completely changes, their mindset, that it will 100% work for them, because it is hard work. You still have to apply it. It's not like you come along, then all of a sudden, 3 days later, bam, you're a millionaire. It doesn't work like that. It still requires hard work. It requires a complete positive mindset. It requires you to build your confidence, build you as a person. It requires a lot more, okay? It's not a case of just sitting there and somebody's telling you what to do, because it's not. Somebody doesn't tell you what to do. You've got to use your own initiative, okay? So coming from somebody going to that routine of school and stuff, being taught what to do, taught what to learn, taught how to learn things. We're even taught how to do things in interviews, how to land that specific job. Now, multi-level marketing isn't like that at all. You take it upon yourself and you do everything yourself, okay? Obviously, you have your sponsors and that sort of stuff, but it's you as a person initially, you that has to build your company, you that has to build yourself, okay? You have to learn, you have to be resourceful, you have to be original, you have to be able to step outside the box and not be part and of this whole picture that society builds of us. You've got to be somebody completely different, and it's it's hard because you get your negative people again that don't understand it or have done it and it hasn't worked for them for whatever reason. Okay, there is a number of reasons multi-level marketing won't work for certain people, and 9 times out of 10 it's because of something they've done. You'll find a lot of people work from company to company to company, and they find that it's not working, and that's not because of that company. 9 times out of 10, it's because that person isn't ready, or that person isn't putting in what they need to, or that person hasn't recognized that things, it's them that need to change. So they'll move on to the next one, blaming products and blaming sponsors and blaming everything else. But really, it's down to self development, personal development, and just them as a person. Um, so I just wanted to address and just explain that there is a lot of negative feedback and negative views on multi-level marketing, but this can seriously work. It can work. And people think it's a cult. People think that we're brainwashed. People think that it's just not a way of living, but it's not. It's just ignorance because they don't know any different. Now, don't get me wrong. When I got into this, I had no idea what I was getting into in terms of multi-level marketing. And it is a complete shift in mindset. You've got to, like I said, recondition your mind and learn to say yes to things. We're taught to be so cautious. No is our first reaction because we don't know how things are gonna end up for us, how things are gonna work, how we're going to react to certain situations. So the first thing we do is put up that defense mechanism, and we go no. But the whole idea of multi-level marketing is saying yes. Is saying yes and being able to grab every opportunity, grab every situation, and then learn how to do it. Say yes and then figure out how you're going to do it. Because if you sat there and you're thinking about how this might fail or how that might not work, by the time that you've got your head around it, you've lost it. You've missed that opportunity. You're gone. So multi-level marketing isn't just about somebody sitting at the top and like everybody works down here and the only person that's winning is here. It's crap. It's not how it works. You can have people sat a level above you, but if they're not working and improving on themselves and improving on their business, you will overtake them. Okay, you will completely overtake them. Now, let me give you an example of multi-level marketing, okay? If people put this whole pyramid thing up, okay, and the person at the top, blah, 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 blah. Now, multi-level marketing is a triangle, okay? So, it is a triangle, but it's an upside down one, okay? This is you. These are all the different levels, different companies, different compensation plans. But this is you. You're at the bottom, just you, on your own. You're building on yourself. You're building, you're learning, you're teaching yourself, and you go into this level. Okay? But on this level, there are loads of other people that are building up to that level with you. You're not on your own at all. You're not on your own. You're then recruiting somebody, or somebody is joining your team below, and they're building on themselves. They're learning. They're teaching their ways. They're doing things to progress themselves, okay? You're growing. You're going to the top. And guess what? There's loads of other people growing at the top with you. Not on your own. All these people down here are doing the same thing, and they're bringing up all these people with them. Everybody at the bottom, okay, has got a chance to go to the top. Everyone. Now, in a normal company, Tesco's, okay, you've got CEO, area managers, supervisors, that sort of thing, okay? Just as a quick demonstration, okay? You've got floor workers, people stacking the shelves and stuff, people on the tills, and you've got cleaners. Do you think the cleaners are going to be able to be CEO of Tesco's, of Asda, Marks and Spencer's, Sainsbury's, whatever. Do you think they've ever got a chance to get there at the top? They could progress. They could get to area managers. But they're never going to get any further. They're never going to run that company. Network marketing, everybody has a chance to do that. Whether you're trained personally, whether you've got the skills to, you come in, you've got a sales background, fine. If you haven't, fine. If you come in and you've got makeup skills, fine. If you haven't, guess what? It's fine. There is so much support and there is so much help, and there's such amazing, there's so many amazing ways to gain personal growth, okay? And it is completely about reconditioning your mind and telling yourself that, okay, it's not the normal way of doing it, but it is a damn good way of doing it. Just because it's not the 9 to 5 that we've been taught to do doesn't mean it doesn't work. Just because our parents didn't teach us that way, just because the teachers didn't show us a plan of network marketing, just because it's not been around for, hundreds and hundreds of years, it doesn't mean it doesn't work, okay? You can grow and progress to whatever level you want to be at, but it's down to you as a person, what you'd like to do and how you'd like to do things. My personal opinion, I don't want to sit in a 9 to 5 and line somebody else's pockets. If I go and join Tesco's on the till, I don't want to be working for the CEO that just sits there and just watches us. I want to be working for myself, so I become my CEO and I can help other people become a CEO. I'm not just helping them, sit there on a 9 to 5. Now, people are happy with 9 to 5s. They can make a lot of money in 9 to 5s, but it's not for me. And I'm not going to sit here and criticize people that, go wake up and they want to do their 9 to 5 jobs and they really enjoy it. That's fine. But my point is, a lot of people don't understand network marketing, so they think it's a scam, and a lot of people don't see the hard work that's done in private. Okay, you see these people at the top and you think, oh my god, they got there fast, they've done this, but nobody sees the endless hours and days of work, blood, sweat and tears they put into building themselves, making themselves accountable for everything, for their actions, building their business, training, mentoring, helping the other people. It's the least selfish company in the world. Now, everybody would say, business, should I say, in the world, everybody will tell you it's all about number one at the top. But you know what? You don't get anywhere without your team. You don't get anywhere without supporting them, making them grow, helping them grow, improving on their skills, giving them everything they need for them to run. If they're not hitting their goals, you're not hitting yours, and your priority, your goals go out the window, okay? Because you need to focus every chance. You need to give everybody the best start, and you need to make sure that everybody else is doing exactly what they feel they need to be doing. If you've got people that aren't sure, you need to be focusing on them. It's not a selfish business at all. And at the end of the day, you are completely in control of your life and completely in control of how you want to do things. If you want things to change in your life, you're going to have to make changes. You want things to happen that have never happened before, then you've got to be willing to do things that you've never done before, and you've got to be willing to open your mind, broaden it, Network marketing, multi-level marketing, whatever you want to call it, it's not a scam. It's just not understood very clearly. It's just not given the recognition that it should be given. And I just wanted to share with you today that my version and how I feel on it and how much I've learned, just going over simple notes, just going over how my business has grown, just going over what my thoughts and feelings are on how much they've grown since I first started, and just to clear up a few myths about network marketing, and just to make people aware that it's not a scam. It is what you make it, and at the end of the day, this is a very, very, very successful business, company, should I say. Um, and it is an amazing business to be part of. Just Google Amber Voigt. Just Google Eric Worre. Just have a look at these amazing people. I could go on, and their lives are built around it. They're millionaires, like, you know, they're earning six figures through multi-level marketing. We're not taught that, but we can always teach it, you know. So I just wanted to leave you with that thought. At the end of the day, things that aren't quite obvious to us are usually the ones that we should be paying attention to, you know. And multi-level marketing, after seeing those comments and stuff that I've seen recently, I just wanted to clear up like a few things and explain that yes, it's a taboo subject, yes, people slate it, but it's ignorance. It's ignorance to it. People don't understand it, so the first thing they'll do is slate it. Do a little bit of research and you'll see what I mean. At the end of the day, it's about personal growth, and I'm growing. My company's growing. My girls are growing. So something must be working. Have a little think. Anyway, I will speak to you all soon. Take care.